One of the most powerful ways that we learn is through fear. Frightened, in fear of being hurt by a parent or caregiver, receiving unjust punishment, fear of retaliation for speaking our truth, for challenging what is unjust, fear of recrimination, fear of someone's vengeance. What have you feared? What has left you in the cradle of life, exposed to danger, to abuse, to injustice? What you took for granted, what you thought to be safe, is no longer. The deception runs deep. The way of life as you know it has been changed forever. Loss is the suffering. It is the identity of what you must leave behind. The barriers now give rise to the actions of freedom that you must take, that you must prepare yourself for. The anomaly is the tenderness, the grace, the light of the soul's awakened state of pure being, is the fascination of pure knowing. It's about understanding that not all caregivers are careful. Not all parents are equipped nor responsible to care for our needs. Giving someone a title doesn't make them a superhero. Observing is how we learn. You can see with your own eyes when you cannot rely on the words and truth of another. You can trust your instincts when something does not feel right. You must listen to your intuition. Trust it as law. For there will be examples of what is not right, what is not truthful, what is not honorable, what is unjust, unfair, and damaging that you need to pay attention to. The damage of abuse is its nature to become normalized. Whatever the harmful words and actions, whatever the misogyny and misandry, the verbal, emotional, psychological, and/or physical abuse that you have been witness to, directly and indirectly, is not okay. It is not acceptable. The damage is when we lose our way. We give into the fear that is wholly justified each time we are being mistreated. Fear that locks us in uncertainty, self-doubt, self-critical thoughts, and the burgeoning beliefs that maybe we are wrong. Maybe we are not good enough. These are the thoughts that diminish you, that keep you small, that limit what you see as your choices. Fear of more of the damage that you have already suffered is the reason for making choices that continue to hold you hostage. One of the most powerful ways to open yourself to the light, to grow your power, to see and know your worth and your value, is to name all that you have experienced, to name what is wrong, incorrect, self-serving of another, unkind, abusive, misogyny, misandry, dishonesty, name what has been your experience, to bring this into the light, to see this as it is, to no longer allow this to be acceptable and normative. As you do this, you awaken. You awaken to your truth. You awaken to know the truth. And it is different than what you were taught and told to believe. This in itself is healing. When you can step away from the cycle of abuse and the patterns of generational wounds and see the unjust, to name it, you have already begun to heal. You have already taken the steps to acknowledge what is incorrect, unjust, malicious, unkind, damaging. You have, by naming this and choosing to no longer participate, ended the cycle. For some, ending the cycle also means stepping away from some or all of the continued patterns that others remain in. It can mean distancing yourself as you continue to heal. It can mean placing strict boundaries that affirm you and honor your goodness as you now take the steps to correct for yourself what you doubted, what you gave authority to, and in the guise of wrongful power. The messages and teachings become your own. Love's grace is always in support of you. You find your way by first deciding to no longer live the mistreatment, the prejudices, all that perpetuate seeing yourself as less than all that you are. The lack of respect and love you were shown, and any and all of the teachings of your caregivers continued in the genealogy of life. You must set yourself free. Then you may choose to honor yourself in ways that allow you to thrive, to live by choices of great conviction and love, to stand for what is all awe-inspiring, to create the moments of tenderness that reveal all of who you truly are. You stop the cycle by first naming what it is, and then by stepping away into the safety of what is desired and what you can appreciate and know as your truth. As you define the steps of your personal journey, rooted in the autonomy of grace and freedom and love. If you would like my help on this journey of healing, of self-evolution, of naming your way, please reach out to me. Let me help. Thank you so much for listening. I do hope this has been so helpful for you to hear. Sending you great love. This is Dorothy Zennuriye Juno. Namaste.